Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be learning how to cut this beautiful corporate gown with an extended sleeve. That is a cut together sleeve. So if it's something you would love to learn, do well to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. So let's get right to the main video. The first thing is to take our vertical measurement. So from the top of the paper, here is my shoulder line. From there I'm going to come down to mark my bust point, which is 12 inches. From my shoulder to my bust point is 12 inches. And I'll go ahead and extend this point across. Then to get my chest line, I'm going to come up by 2 inches to get my chest line. Another way to get your chest line is to divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement. It also works. So you either come up from the bust line by 2 inches to get your chest line, or divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to the measurement. So the next measurement is our waistline. So I'm going to be using from my shoulder to my waist at the back, so that there won't be need for us to take our bust dart. So from my shoulder to my waist at the back is 16 inches, while from my shoulder to the waist in front is 18 inches. So I'm using the one for back, so there won't be need for us to mark our bust dart again. All right, so this is our waistline, this is our bust line, and this is our chest line. I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder is 70 divided by 2 is 8.5. At that point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. So I'm using 3 inches for the neck width. And I'm going to connect from the shoulder slant all the way to the neck width this way. Then for the neck depth, I'm going to be using 3 inches. Remember that we are drafting the front first. This is the front pattern, and I'm just going to connect with my curve rule from the neck width all the way to the neck depth this way. So I'm going to come to the chest line here. I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here as well to have a straight line from up. The 8.5 inches, I'm going to mark it right here. And then from here I'm going to connect all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line, a straight line like this. So I'm going to come to this line, divide it into 2 equal halves to get a midpoint. I'm going to mark the midpoint here. At the midpoint, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'm going to mark it right here. And I'll just connect from the shoulder slant all the way to this point with my straight ruler, and I'll just connect with my curve rule to form my armhole all the way to the chest line this way. So the next thing is to mark our dart. To mark your dart, you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement by 2. That's your bust span. My bust span is 8 divided by 2 is 4 inches. I'll mark the 4 inches on the waistline, bust line, and all the way to the chest line, and I'll connect the point together with a straight line this way. So I lost a clip when I was filming this, so I've already gone ahead to connect everything. So I'm just going to explain what we did here. I've already marked my my dart. So on the straight line, I go in and out by 0.75 on both sides for my dart, and then I replace it on the waistline. I mark my waistline, then I replace the 1.5 inches on the waistline for the dart also. And then for the extension we have here, I went out from the shoulder slant by 3 inches. This is for the extended sleeve, and at that point I came down by 1 inch, and then I just connect it back to the shoulder slant, and then I reconnect my armhole. So if you don't understand what I'm explaining here, we're still going to repeat the same thing on the back pattern. It's the same thing we're going to do on the back pattern. So just stay tuned to watch the back pattern to understand what I'm explaining here. I'll just go ahead and cut the front pattern. So this is the back pattern. I'm just going to keep this aside so that we can work on the back pattern. It's the same thing that we're going to repeat on the back pattern. The only difference is just the neck. All right. So I'll come down to mark my bust point, which is 12 inches, just the way we did for the front pattern. From my shoulder to my bust point is 12 inches. I'll just extend the line across, and then from my bust line, I'm going to come up by 2 inches for my chest line. Like I explained earlier, you either divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 inches to the measurement to get your chest line. It also works. Or you come up from the chest line by 2 inches. So the next thing is to mark our waistline. So I'm just going to come down from the shoulder line to mark my waist point, which is 16 inches. Like I explained earlier, we are using our nape to waist, which is the shoulder to the waist point at the for the back instead of using the front, so that we can have the both pattern equal. So this is what we have, and I'm going to label the lines appropriately. This is the waistline, and this is the bust line, and this is the chest line. I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide it by 2. At that point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. We are using the same neck width for the back and front, the 3 inches. And I'm just going to connect from the shoulder slant all the way to that point. And for the neck depth, I'm going to use 1.5 inches. This is the only difference we have for the back pattern. It's just the neck depth. Every other thing is the same. That is why I say you should pay attention to the back pattern so that we understand everything we did on the front pattern. So I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement here on the chest line, and I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to this point. I'm going to come here, divide what I have here into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. Then at the midpoint, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4. And I'll go ahead and connect to form my armhole. So the next thing is to impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. So I'm going to come to the waist, divide my waist by 4. I'm going to mark it right here. I'm not going to use that for the back pattern, so there's no need for us to add our darts measurement. So I'm just going to connect this way. And this is basically the next thing is to extend our sleeve. So pay attention to the back pattern. I'm going to extend this shoulder slant like this, and I'm going to come out from here by 3 inches. Where our shoulder slant stop, I'm going to come out from there by 3 inches. This is how long I want the sleeve to be. Then at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch. I'll use my curve rule to just connect it back into the shoulder slant. This is basically it. This is what we did on the front pattern as well. You just connect it back this way, and then you reconnect your armhole. I'll just connect from here all the way to the chest line this way, and this is basically it. It's very simple. The next thing we're going to do right now, I'm going to come to the waistline here. I'm going to mark 1 inch here. The reason why we are doing this is to eliminate the zipper board we usually have around this zipper area, the waist area. So I'll just slant it up and cut it out, and this is what we have. So I'm going to match the 2 pattern paper to see if everything is equal. You can see that the sleeve, everything is equal. So make sure that you match them together to make sure everything is even. All right. So we're going to keep this aside just so we can work on the lower part, which is the skirt. So for the skirt, I'm just going to rush it because we've done tutorial on how to make skirt before. So the top of the paper is our waistline. So I came down by 9 inches to mark my hip line, and then from the waistline again, I'm going to come down to mark where I want the skirt to stop. So I'm going to stop at 24 inches, which is my knee level. I'm going to extend the length of this skirt when I'm cutting on my fabric, but I'm just going to stop at the knee level here. So from the waistline, I came down by 24 inches, which is my knee. This is my hip line, and this is the waistline. So we are drafting the back pattern first. So I'm going to come to the waistline, divide the waist by 4. I'm going to mark it right here. Then I'm going to come to the hip line, divide my across back by 2, and I'm going to mark it right here. You're not dividing your hip by 4. You have the across back and across front. If you don't understand it, please do it to let me know so that we can make video on how to draft a basic bodice. We have across back and across front for the hip. Then I came down from the hip line by 1.5 inches. I'm just going to connect from my waist to the hip, and then whatever I have on the hip line here, I'm going to minus 1 inch from it, and then I'm going to mark it on the knee line, and I'll just connect it like this. I'm just going to blend this sharp edge we have around here. So the next thing, I'm going to contour my butt. So I'm going to come in here by 1 inch. This is to make our scale lay very flat at the back, to have that fine shape around the butt area, and I'll just connect with my curve row all the way to that point. I didn't have a longer curve row, so I was just using that one as a guide. I just use my free hand to just complete, and this is what we have. You can see the shape we have at the back. So from the waistline, I came down by 1 inch, and I'll just mark my nipple to nipple measurement here. Divided by 2, I'll mark it right here, and then I'll connect from the 1 inch this way. This is to allow our zipper sit very well and nice at the back. All right, and this is basically it for the skirt part. It is very easy to do. We've made a tutorial on how to make skirt before, so we didn't really waste time on this one. But if you don't know how to do this, let me know so that we can make another tutorial on it. So for the front pattern, I'm just going to come down to mark my hip point. I came down from the waistline by 9 inch, and then from the waistline again, I'm going to come down to mark my knee point, which is 24 inches. I'm going to mark it right here. Like I said, I'm going to extend it when cutting on my fabric, so I'll just go ahead and extend it. The front is very easy to draft. So this is our knee, this is our hip line, and this is our waistline. I'm going to come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'm going to mark it right here. Then for the hip point, I'm going to divide my across front by 2. Across front by 2, I'll mark it there. Then whatever I have on the hip line, I'm going to minus 1 inch and mark it on the knee line as well. I'll just go ahead and connect all the points together. For those of you that went to fashion school, understand what across back and across front means for the hip part. You know, you're not supposed to divide your hip by 4 for both the back pattern and the front, because you have your butt at the back, and obviously the back is bigger than the front, so you're supposed to measure them separately. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, please do well to let me know in the comment section. We'll do more video on it. So we have already gone ahead to cut on my fabric. This is for the upper part. I add sewing allowance ½ inch, and then for the side I add 1.5 inches. Then for the skirt also, I've already gone ahead to cut, and this is what we have. So what you're going to do now is to go ahead and join. Then I use the same fabric to cut as the lining. For the upper part. So this is what we have. What I'm going to do now, I'll just go ahead and join the shoulders, the fabric to fabric. I'll join the shoulder, and then lining to lining also I'll join the shoulder. So I've already done that, as you can see here. This is the main fabric and this is the lining. Like I said, we are using the same fabric as the lining. So what I'm going to do now is to turn the whole thing. So we're going to turn the neck first. We're going to place them like this, right side facing right side. We're going to turn the neck. Make sure to pin everything down before sewing so that it will not be hard for you to do. I'm going to turn the neck. After turning the neck, we'll also turn the armhole. We'll turn the zipper side. We are going to turn everything. The only part we are not turning is the down part, the one we are going to be joined to the skirt. That is the only part we are not turning. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn everything. So if you are following the tutorial, just go ahead and turn everything. Right side facing right side, all right? Turn the armhole, the side, the zipper part, everything, and then leave the down part, which is going to join to the skirt. So I've already gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. You can see how neat this came out, and everything is sealed inside. You can see how neat. All the rough edges are inside. Look at how neat it is. So I'm going to bring the skirt. I've already gone ahead to join the skirt also. This is what we have. So we're going to join the half length to the skirt now. I'm just going to carry the skirt this way, and I'm going to place them this way to get the center. I'm going to notch the center of the skirt. I'm going to notch it here, and I also bring the upper part. I'm going to place them together also and notch the center. So I'm going to place the 2 notches together. I'm going to bring the skirt, open it up this way. I'll place the notch I have on the upper part to the notch I have on the skirt this way. And then I'm going to pin it all the way to the end. So I'm just going to pin all the way to the end. Make sure the seams align. Make sure they match each other. You can see I'm just going to pin it up this way and pin all the way to the end. You can see that everything is even. And this is what we have for this part. I'm also going to take this part and pin it all the way to the end as well. Then I'll go ahead and sew it down. So this is what we have after sewing it down. You can see how neat and beautiful this came out. This is very easy to do. And this is what we have for this tutorial. The only thing left for us now is to fix our zipper, and this is basically it. Very simple to do. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. The only thing left for me now is to put the zipper and then hem the gown, and this is it. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you have any question concerning this video, anything you don't understand, do it to drop it in the comment section, and I will also do it to reply to all your questions. Thank you so much. Do it to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.